Good evening, everyone. Welcome to my gold and silver update. I'm JR. Thank you for joining me. We'll be looking at the gold market, the silver market, as well as the U.S. dollar. Today is the 10th day of August, 2021. Hey, we're just going to look at some long-term time frames. This is the monthly chart here for gold. We can see nice big rally here for gold. Obviously, consolidating, finding more buyers. As of now, we have a breach of a multi-year high. So the high was 1921 this was back in 2012, 2011, and broke above it, come back down, look for more buyers. If we're looking at the long-term charts, I'm going to delete everything. This is your next level of buying, right? So this is your next level where you look to find buyers. Big level, but still the level to look for buyers, right? If we look at the weekly time frame, we can actually draw a trend line from here all the way here, and you're seeing that this trend line is actually giving us some support, right? So this is the area where you look to find some buyers. There's also another way to draw this trend line here, and that's this way here. So this trend line might function either like this or like this, depending on how the algorithms work, right? But again, you can see that there's some support here, support. It turns into support here again, turns into resistance, support. And again, we could see gold slide down to as much as 1580. I don't think it'll happen. I think gold is very well supported here, but again, just a level to look at. Obviously, we're looking for much higher prices. Obviously, as the prices continue to increase, we're just looking for that. For that trend of higher highs and higher lows. So as of right now, we could find the low here, right? So again, low, higher low, higher low, higher low, and then either higher low here or higher low here. So all in all, this is still a very strong bull market. And again, especially the way inflation is, I might put some of the commodities on here just so you guys can kind of see how inflation has been really creeping up. You see the price of lumber, you see the price of just across the board. You've seen, I mean, things just skyrocketing, and I have a buddy that buys a lot of materials, and I mean, the things that he's telling me is that, you know, electrical lines are up, you know, from $5 to $29. So we're seeing prices increase not by 10% or 20 or 30 or 40%, but really exponential increases in prices, right? So again, this is the level to pay attention to. Although if I'm looking at the daily chart, this is probably what you're going to find that some people are doing, or most traders are doing, because again, you just have to buy in those areas that that signal a buy. And right, if we look at, let me put it back into the weekly, right? So we can see a really nice, actually this was the trend right here, yeah. So a really nice flag here, breaks above that flag. Now typically when you see that flag, you shouldn't see the prices come down below that. So again, anybody trading the short term, you want to buy here. As a matter of fact, I think I have a chart here where this was a trading strategy. Buy in here, and obviously looking to surpass the all-time high of 20 3/4, right? So again, very strong still. Again, two ways to measure it. You can measure it like that, or you can also measure it like this. Very common to find false breakdowns as well as for false breakouts. I think gold has a lot of support here. Let's look at silver. All right, so here we have silver here, monthly chart here for silver. We can see silver pretty much back in March of 2020, it was sitting at $11.20. It goes from $11 to $29. I mean, you have the price of silver pretty much tripled in a matter of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months, right? In a matter of 5 months, the price of silver. Now, since then, silver's really just been dancing around in a pretty much in a very tight 29 to 21 and 3/4 prices, right? You know, you could see probably silver fall down right below it, right, and find some support here. I think it's very unlikely. Again, just kind of like the gold market. I think the market moving down is very limited, and I think the market moving up is going to be unlimited, right? Especially when we have runaway inflation. So with that said, again, prices bouncing around from 21 and 3/4 all the way to 29, just under $30. We can see here that silver has already breached the 21 and 90 cent range. And again, we look for buyers to come on in and bring this back over here, eventually taking this out, going much higher to the $48 prices, and then from there going much, much higher. Again, this has been the silver story here for quite some time. This has been a year. I would probably say about a year and 2 or 3 months. And at this point, we really just have to let the buyers come in and take control. As of right now, nobody's really in control. You can kind of say that that the buyers are in control, because if the sellers would be in control, then we would have found a new low. So again, low, high. Let me do it like this. So we have a high, low, high, high, and then we have your low here. So at least what seems to be a low, right? So anything above on silver. Now, I'm not saying that silver is gonna break this 21 and 3/4 level, but I am saying is that for the most part, silver, unlike gold, so there's levels that gold has that silver doesn't have, and what that means is that if gold goes down to under 1700, you're still fine. Above 15 and 3/4, you're good, right? As far as silver is concerned, I mean, you'd have to go below $11 for silver to look unattractive, because again, any prices here, remember, silver still has yet to have a confirmed bottom, right? This is your confirmed bottom because we created a higher high, and we surpassed the previous high, and now we have a high. At this point, we're waiting for the established low. So although this might be a low for the year, we could see silver come down over here before it really takes off, you know, and maybe makes a move like this. I don't think that'll be the case, but I think silver eventually will find the buyers, and again will make the next move the way silver does. Again, kind of like a move like this, where again within 5 months silver pretty much tripled in price, and I think that's going to be the case again within a very short period of amount of time. Silver is going to go from 21 to 50, and again it might settle up here for a couple weeks, maybe a couple months, who knows. But once you break above $49, I think just like silver's always shown us that it can go from $9 to $50 within a matter of what, November of 2008, and here we have April of 2011. I mean, it took silver 3 years to, you know, go from $9 to $50. That's a multiplier of 5, right? So again, that's what silver does, and you just have to be able to withstand the volatility, because silver, that is silver's that is what silver does. Silver just gives you a lot of volatility, but you know, with patience and good execution, I think profits are gonna, I don't think they're gonna double. I think whoever puts $100,000 on silver around this area, I think it's only a matter of time before they have at least $500,000 to $600,000. It has to, because again, once we break this $50 level, which again, based on inflation, and you know, a lot of times people say, well, I don't know if inflation has really hit. I mean, I don't know who's saying that there's no inflation, right? Look at corn. Corn at $3, hitting $6, $7 in a matter of what, from April 20th all the way up to May. So within a year, right? Within a year, we saw the price of corn double, right? Sugar, right? From 9 cents to 19 cents. Again, all within a year, right? Oil. So last year, we saw the price of oil go down to 0. And I mean, it's gone from 0 all the way to $76, right? So, and again, these things typically happen to wash people out. So I would be very cautious of selling your gold or your silver, because again, even putting in stop losses, especially for long-term positions, because this is very common for the market to do it. If you own it, you own it, it's yours. So it doesn't matter if it goes to -50, it doesn't matter, you still own it. But my point being that all commodities, look at wheat, right? So wheat has gone from, in 2008 was at 379. Right now is at 724, right? What else? Soybeans, again, from $8 to $13, $14, as high as $16, right? I mean, there's really no commodities out there that you can really point and say, well, we haven't seen an increase, a big increase in prices. So again, prices are going to continue to go up. Protect yourself, protect your family, protect your wealth. Get your hands on some gold and silver. Good luck, and we'll see you next time.